We're still two missing, I think.
Not nervous at all, honest.
There's an awful lot that goes into Project Africa before we turn up. To actually be on the road is really, really exciting. I'll try and tell the story in a nutshell. Our chief executive, Ralph, has a long history with Africa. It goes back to the time when he was a little boy at primary school. He had a teacher called Mrs. Bigwood, and Mrs. Bigwood made a really big impression on Ralph and the rest of the children because she kept encouraging them to do sponsored things and to raise money for children in Africa. And I think for Ralph, the fact that we're now, as William Hill and the company that he runs, able to come to Africa and do some good work here, I think it's been a very fulfilling cycle for him. He came into my office one day and said, I think one of the best ways to develop people is to send them to Africa because it teaches you stuff that no other place can teach you. So work began really to try and find a project that was going to be a long-term sustainable project for us to take people out a couple of times a year and to really stretch them, move them out of their comfort zone and get them to do some good work but also learn more about themselves in the process.
It's going to be hard work, but I think it will certainly be rewarding.
I think it's good to go somewhere you've never been before. You stretch yourself and you find out things about yourself and probably about other people you think you know quite well.
We found 4 projects. I presented the 4 options to Ralph and he chose the island school right away. It was clearly something that resonated with him, and also the scope that there is within Al-Masur. You know, we can work on the school, but we can also work in the community as well, so there's plenty of stretch there.
And no better place for William Hill to look and spend money than actual grassroots, get in, help develop a school, so you are helping the next couple of generations to have a better life. I love it. Absolutely love being involved with a company that has a moral conscience.
My name's John Perrett and I've lived here for the last 30 years, and we're camel farmers. A lot of my employees had children and there was a clear need for education, and so the island school was started about 15 years ago on a piece of land that was actually on an island on the other side of the river from us. During the floods